Whew. Okay. Things are set up. Let's see. What I can do with this. Ideally, I'll do a little warm up. Let me also start up the other thing. Where is it? Oh yeah, I probably have to re-enable my heart rate monitor. Here it is. Alright. Perfect. Let me do a bit of literal warm-up because it's so freaking cold. Holy. I'll start out with a little Cenobia. A few Cenobia yells. And then do all the other things. I wanna do these more often. My god. My hands are so cold. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is so bad. Wow. Let me actually boil some water. This is like... I need some warming pad or something. Well, while the water is boiling, I'll try to get my hands warm somehow, but it's impossible to mash properly without warm hands. Oh. Let's see if I can still hit this. Cold hands. I'll try with the Foxy method. It isn't 100%, I guess. to hit it, but it's harder. There's a sound glitch? I didn't notice. There is. I didn't do anything, I swear. I think it comes preloaded now. Yep, there it is. I mean, I can play music on top of that if that helps. Or it makes it worse, I don't know. Ah, that's what it does. That makes sense. It's like I tried to get it on purpose, almost. Going to get so much harder in the winter months. Like we had our first snow and man, I'm so not ready. Let's see how far the boiling is. Okay, great that I checked. The freaking kettle wasn't even powered. Let's try that again in a few minutes. Oh, I don't care. I'll let it ruin it fully. People will have to suffer. But I mean, if I submit the video, I might as well submit the live stream video. I don't know. No, it's like freaking impossible right now to mash, to do any mashing of any sort. It's horrible. I might actually have to wait for the kettle to be ready. I could also try to make these actually. Let me do that. These are great, I bought them for a Pokemon tournament. Because even worse than Shadow playing with cold hands in Pokemon is absolutely impossible. Makes sense. Let me try a few other Colossi that don't involve mashing until the kettle has done its thing. Let's see. It's actually quite useful to see the aggro starts out exactly. You wanna really try and get aggro directly under the arch for it to line up properly. Oh, come on, my dude. This is bullshit. Oh, fuck you. $117 isn't actually too bad, considering. Oh boy. What's my PB in this? I should be able to easily beat my PB if that's it. Was it like a 112 or something? On HTA anyway. I really should update some of my yells. It's kind of fun to do. But I'm horrible at it. Or at least I haven't given it enough tries, I guess. Yeah, it's a 112. 67. Yeah, you got a 110.25, which is pretty good. Oh, nice. Never seen that item before. Okay, let me go to the cattle and do the thing. The thing. Okay, these are again usable. Maybe for next time. Oh. Index and thumb, yeah, that's what I thought. And hold it like a fighting stick or something, right? That's what I imagined. But how quickly are you? Are you actually mashing it, or is it more of a like... You know, do you do it in a certain rhythm? I gotta look at your freaking record again, or PB or whatever. But interesting to still find new techniques. And on Phalanx it's more like a medium thing, right? Oh, he sometimes does it like it's almost the bunny hop, right? No interruption. My hands have to be warmer for this bullshit. It's not warm enough. I think I mix it with cold water. That's the problem. It's fine. At least warmer is already something. Let's try this again. Oh, that's what you want to do. So you want to be near aggro and you don't want to whistle, okay? That's interesting. How that interacts. That's very interesting. But it's probably only useful on Phalanx and Dirge, right, in that case. That is honestly very impressive. It's probably like if you incorporate both of those, you could beat it. It's cool to find new strategies like that. And like, you know, you basically opened like the way to beat Phalanx for good, because I think the ideal way is to roll out of all stabs and skip all the flashy stuff, make it as boring as possible, but that would be probably more efficient. Like straight up roll backwards. How much is it on hard anyway? Like 2.9? I wonder if I can... Okay, let me try something. I have an idea. Oh, fuck. Yeah, HTA guys, a sub 120 is probably possible. Like, for sure. I'm convinced. You're doing all this on 30 FPS, right? You mentioned you use your PS4 now, right? It was because of a controller issue or something. Is that PS4 controller and a PS5 really bad? I wonder. Okay, perfect. I mean, we will probably do like a race for sure in December. Even if it's just 3 people, so then we'll just do it on Sable's channel. If it's more people, we can do it on the Team Eco one. Fuck. It's really, really weird. Okay, not quite pixel health. We'll probably need to practice this at some point. In case you're wondering, it's not beer, it's Coke Zero from a brewery. They deliver home, and since I don't have a car, I started doing that, which is great. Might as well get a cool colored one, right? They look pretty neat. I was thinking about it, but it's just so expensive. But if you get a new one, regardless, might as well, right? Thank God mine is still holding up. I probably ruined like 2 or 3 PS4 controllers throughout my speedrunning days, so that's nothing new to me. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works usually, isn't it? Good enough to be used that way. I also read YouTube comments, it's on a shared thing, so no worries, they also pop up on stream. Oh, come on, my dude. Why are you like that? I probably have to do like a backwards positioning. I gotta focus on that one so I don't have that trouble if I'm not using the wings anyway. But yeah, I noticed that a lot of people started dual streaming, and since I got a new PC and internet connection and all that, I thought might as well try it out. I think it's pretty cool. I personally even enjoy watching YouTube streams more nowadays, because Twitch is just like a mess of a lot of ads nowadays. Yeah, well, you know, it was until it wasn't because of Stumble. The Stumble pretty much kills it on an IL. You know, individual level runs are so freaking optimized. You can't really afford any kind of mistake. That's why I usually don't like doing them as much, because it's like, you know, doing the same thing over and over again for hours, especially if you try to go for an NTA record, which are like so hard to get. But I want to like practice these a little more, because I think it will improve my play overall as well, as long as I try and do it like that. Yeah, I mean, he is very, very good at Malice. It's crazy. He's probably the biggest outlier when it comes to strict IL runners with only one Colossus. The closest I can think of something like that is Wacky Dirge, but even that wasn't like on the same level. She got close to NTA record on Dirge, but like, okay, this is so awkward to do this technique, so awkward. I can see how it's faster, but I just gotta get used to it. Well, but Absol got good at all of them that he tried, you know? Talking strictly about one, but yeah, at first Absol was really a valid one trick. Oh, okay, that's a big honor of you to say this. I'm not sure if you're correct. Shirapon is a freaking legend. I mean, nowadays we outshined him, considering he did this like freaking 12 years ago. Like, Jesus. All the good strats so early on. Jared also, like, his Malice run still holds up to this day, man. I just copied and tried my best, and then I'm still not that good in comparison. In full game runs, maybe I'm getting there. Odawara is probably the ultimate guy who did both, yes. I still think if he would try, he could still beat me, so he's probably the best player. At least for boss rush. In any percent, probably not so much. Well, even there, he would just need to practice a little and he would get there. It's all about motivation. Oh, that's for sure. Like, he definitely showed that there's no real difference. Slight disadvantage, yes, but not a difference enough to, like, differentiate there. Like, he straight up got a very good record on 30 with Phaedra launch. And Phaedra launch is literally the only thing where it really matters. Okay, let me try Zenobia now, but my hands are warmer. And then I'll probably do the usual few and go right into a run. A no reset once again. I plan on streaming a little more today, since today was actually the second and final day of exams. I think they went pretty well, which means I will have a lot more free time until at least January. Yeah, it is consistent, it's just harder to hit the timing, but it's like, you know, it's doable. People do harder things in speedruns. Yeah, I mean, you know, considering there's more knowledge around, it's easier to get better faster. It's just a natural progression of things. There's also a debate about natural talent versus, like, skill and all that. Hard to grasp. Like, if there even is a thing like talent, which I don't know, I deny that, I don't fully believe in it. I would probably have the least of the top players. It took me a long time to get decent at this game. And I basically just worked hard for a long time. Probably played the most of anyone. Some people say that hard work also is a kind of talent. I just think it's all hours put in and the efficiency of practice and practice methods. Well, I guess you need some kind of, like, you know, some people are worse with their hands in general, which is like physical limitations, but with computer games it's way less pronounced with compared to something like actual athletes where genes play a big role. I guess there would be something close to that with motor skills and stuff. There we go. Come on. Yep. No! You freaking column! Come on, this would have been a 38. This was so good until it wasn't. Well, I could still get record off of this with perfect play. But Zenobia decides to not do it and Wonder decides to get stuck. Also a chess fan, huh? Well, to be honest, yes. And like... Okay, I'm big into chess. And I know what you're talking about. And that's a difficult stance in general. Like, obviously, people are getting it in the wrong way because Dubov never said that Caruana isn't talented. He just said he had the least talent and the biggest work ethic, which is also a kind of talent. Like, basically, you can't become one of the best chess players of all time without at least some kind of, call it, I don't know, high IQ, smartness, whatever. But I still know what Lubov was talking about, because Caruana just put so much time into preparation and opening preparation compared to other players even, where he gets some sick games straight up from like deep prep and knowledge, which is very, very cool to see. And its own kind of talent, you know. But the whole talent thing, like what I hate about this whole discussion the most, and that goes back before this whole polemic, is that that some people see it as a hindrance, which is honestly the worst thing you can do. Maybe it's a talent to avoid those kind of mindsets, if you want to get really philosophical. But, you know, you can probably achieve most of your goals when it comes to straight up skill in whatever field, if you just, you know, work hard enough for it and know how to put in the work correctly. And like specifically with Shadow, it's like not as deep, there's not much competition. If actually professional speedrunners got into this game, they would probably beat my ass within a couple months of practicing. Like it already happened with Sean. If anyone, Sean has the talent, not me. Inception was really exceptional. I basically just copied his freaking training regiment and got good through that. Yeah, exactly, JK. Is that talent? Or is it just... well... It goes too deep, that's for sure. But, you know, quantifying these things is impossible. But if I had to quantify it, then whatever Shirapon did 12 years ago was way more impressive for the time than compared to what I do right now, even though my play on screen is cleaner objectively, you know? And I mean, there's a lot of overlap with speedrunners, chess players, freaking... funnily enough, autistic people. There's a lot of autistic people in the speedrun community. Specifically with the Shadow community. And I think it makes sense. Because not only does the game kind of play into those kind of, you know, it's very attractive to people who are neurodivergent in some weird way, but also speedrunning itself with constant repetition and patterns. And it's very cool to see, honestly. But yeah, going off of that thought, chess and the best chess players is probably one of those fields where if you're not amazingly good by the age of 12, you can't actually reach that level. And it might not even be a talent kind of thing, but strictly the amount of knowledge that there is to absorb in the time frame and the amount of experience you need with it. Which kind of goes against what I've been saying before that, but, you know, just because you can't become a chess world champion doesn't mean you can't become a chess FIDE master, you know? And And if you look at Judith Polgar and the whole Polgar family, if anything, he proved that people were wrong about certain things with that. Yeah, and even speedrunning. It's funny how quickly I improved in Pokemon Red speedrunning, to a point where I would think it was possible, but just knowing how to naturally improve in speedruns was such an accelerator. Like, obviously I didn't play a lot, but the amount of improvement I gained in Pokemon, simply because I knew how to do the same thing from experience in Shadow of the Colossus, translated very well, even though those games were completely different. Hey, little Tuffy. Nice seeing you. Oh, especially in the original game, like, for sure. But yeah, I finally feel like I have enough of a chilled mindset that I could probably try to go for IL records. Before that, I was getting too frustrated too quickly with them. But now it feels like there's actual possible progress there. Okay, I'm too slow here, because I didn't get enough of a high super jump, but this is still possibly HTA record pace, with perfect play from here and good RNG on whatever Zenobia decides to do. And this, so Zenobia decides to do the worst possible thing, so there's that. Let me practice this part. It's so weird. Sometimes Zenobia runs into the arena, and sometimes Zenobia runs to the side of the arena. Sometimes it's a quick turn, sometimes it's a slow turn. It would be so great to figure out how that works, because if you could get that part consistent, it would be so much easier to contest those high-end world records. Especially NTA like Zenobia. If I could choose to retake any NTA or take any like NTA IL record, it would be Zenobia for sure, because it's just my favorite Colossus. Ah, fuck off, man. Yeah, it's cool that you are getting into it. Like I said, if there's enough people who eventually run it, you will add it as a leaderboard. We just didn't want empty boards and a dead category to start off with. Yeah, I like the design of the arena, I like the fight, the idea of the fight. I also like the speedrun strategy. Most of our people hate it, but that was like the first speedrun strategy that I really went deep into and even improved upon. Yeah, I remember that record, and it's honestly crazy that we found an even better strategy that might end up being faster. But for the PS2 days, those were exceptional. I mean, you know, it all will depend on the, eventual growth of it. If there's enough emulator runners, we can also add other stuff, no problem, eventually. It's, and you can still do in 10%, it qualifies as an any percent, so why not do it for your own kind of, you know, personal kind of, you know, just try it out, why not? It's a good way to start with a run because it's so low pressure. Honestly, everyone was talking about intended percent for longest time, so it became a meme, and no one ever did a run. And that's the reason it was born, because I was like, oh god, this is such a stupid idea, let me just do the run and make a mockery out of it to add it to category extensions later or whatever. And in the end, people liked it so much for a serious way of thinking, which honestly contradicts the run itself, because it's so stupid. Not because it's like it doesn't have skill involved or it's not an achievement, it's more so that the strats you have to do are literally going against the very foundation of speedrunning at times, and the definitions are very vague. Oh, really? That's that's interesting side story. How do you know so much? That's interesting. Good to know. I think he got a bit lucky on that rollout, because you gotta get Dirge to do a certain animation for it to actually work. Thank you. I appreciate it. I stole it from someone. There was this like one streamer who I kinda am sad about that he's not active anymore in our community. Maybe he'll come back. What was his name? He also ran Oblivion. I can't think of the name. Come on, I gotta look it up to give credit. And it was like literal stealing. I asked him nicely and he was like, oh, no problem, here you go. Because I was trying for the longest time to get the layout the way I wanted it. And he just had a perfect setup for that. And then I just, you know, mirrored it and added my own background to it with a little spacey theme, spacey pink theme. So that's how that was created, and now I like it as well. Before that I never liked my layouts at all. And finally I'm at a moment where I think it looks nice enough, at least. What was his name? Come on. Did he do Boss Rush? Oh, is Alan Alaniso? That would make sense, actually. I don't know why I didn't make that connection. Legendary dude. I've heard stories. What was the name? It was an Oblivion runner who also did shadow runs, and I stole the layout from him. Pretty cool guy. Let me actually look at the Oblivion leaderboard. I think that'll be easier. Oblivion Elder Scrolls. He was like third when I checked last. Not anymore. Am I thinking of something different? He was a teacher and all that. Oh, that's cool. Cool that you watch me. I'm honored. Yeah, in the YouTube chat. Yeah, you're like the historian kind of person. That's why you know so much about the game. Did someone actually submit a run in your name? Which is kinda oof. Why can't I find him? I remember it was like... No, it was Morrowind, any percent. It wasn't Oblivion, it was Morrowind. All main quests, maybe? Sabogo, there we go, the Sabogo. I stole the layout from Sabogo. Exactly. Shoutouts to Sabogo. If you're here with Sabogo, please come back. We miss you. Okay. And he allowed me to use this layout, which was very nice of him. Yeah, so many people went though. It's kinda sad. It was always like an up and down, but as of recently the community has been so inactive in general. I'm sure there will be another time where there's more, but I'm a bit sad about it. And I'm like the only person who's been there like from almost the start at this point. I'm probably the oldest member since everyone else stopped. Well, COVID is like... It's been a while, right? But yeah, COVID was great for speedrunning and Twitch and all that, like for sure. Getting a cycle step there is so important. I kind of want to get like a run with that. I don't think I have an HTA run including this thing. Surely it is faster than whatever like Simiris did, if done well. But to be fair, there's an even faster way probably with just the jump stabs. I don't know, did you ever test, JK, if you can jump step cancel throughout all of HTA? Because that would be a sick freaking run. Holy hell. But there's been some new people, and Razia, Astra and Greeny have been doing runs. I sadly wasn't really able to watch much of it, but I would now that I have more time again. I'm not sure. I should probably make sure I follow him. That's something for Upsal to find out. He's recently been commenting on Twitter again. I wonder if he's gonna do more stuff soon. I think he actually shouted out your record. Okay, I can't be that bad at this. Let's get this properly. It's so awkward with strat because you can't really do the jump step too early, otherwise it's not gonna hit. But if you do it too late, you straight up... Oh, I got the plant. Getting the plant is basically useless. How does Simiris do it? Like, jump step and stab. It's so awkward to do. Shirapon was 30! Wow! Okay, that is crazy. He was 30 when he did the records back in like 2006, you mean? Wait, no, 2012, not 6. But there were some 2006 records as well, though, actually. If I remember correctly when I put them into speedrun.com. Yeah, I think some of them were actually from 2006 or 7 or something. Let me take a look at, like, I don't know. I think Hydras was an old one. Seventeen years ago. Ah! He did Hydra's world record 17 years ago, man. And it held up for so long. Yeah, 45 or so checks out. I will be 30 next year. I can aspire to be just as good or better than Shirapon. Surely. I have my life ahead of me. Okay. Let's practice this bullshit, shall we? Yeah, JK is a young one. And I'm still trying to hold up. I'm technically ancient in speedrunning, like, you know, terms. I spent so much time of my life in this game, man. Okay, I fucked this up. Okay. PDO is older, but he feels like one of the new ones, so it doesn't count. He started later than me. Yeah, no excuses. I'm not making excuses, by the way. I just like pretending I'm older than I actually am. I guess. Even though I'm actually 29 for sure, yeah. I got a plant here, I hate it. This is so slow. Yeah. The Japanese community in general was so ahead. Like, I think we actually interviewed, like, Shirapon for the little world record progression video from Speed Dogs. Have you watched that one, Elaniso, by the way? Because if not, I recommend it. It's very, very good. If you search for Speed Dogs on YouTube. Wait, Ronaldo is older than Rooney. I didn't know that. That surprises me. I also thought he was older. But yeah, we actually interviewed Shirapon on some of the things. There was like rumors about him playing Shadow in like a university club setting, which turned out to be wrong and just a rumor. Which was an interesting fun fact. But it also is just a great, like, you know, rumor to have, because that's what you like expect from like those Asian cultures, with, for example, the StarCraft community in Korea, where many of them actually play in university clubs, and all of the culture around the PC, like clubs and all that, which is a very cool to like build a community. Like peak gaming to me personally is still like well, for me personally, early StarCraft 2, but StarCraft 1 probably even has more culture around it in Korea at least. But I loved the early competitions from StarCraft 2. I think I messed this up. Yeah, for sure. Let me just practice the rest here though. How I would go about it in an actual run. This jump is a bit awkward because you have to jump around the metal, the stone part. Well, have you heard that we actually figured out how, like, Unidoni did his 14-second Valis recently? That was, like, a cool thing. I actually put up a bounty on it of 100 euros and Stocky won it. After a lot of help from JK, to be fair. But Stocky was the first one to actually replicate it. There we go. It's so, like, you have to be quick enough to actually get this, like, stab out, but not too quick to actually miss or hit the, like, wrong part of this. That's a funny story, honestly. Getting beef with the old school community. That's funny. Also impressive that you actually pulled that off, not gonna lie. Oh, really? That's good to know. Thanks, Tuffy. I appreciate it a lot. Wow! That's the first time that part actually worked. Apparently if you grab there, it still allows you to do things, but now this animation is all weird. Yeah, that's what I thought. But this wasn't too bad of an attempt. Like what PDO tried and pulled off, I actually tried for the longest time and I couldn't make it faster. But I think it was because the first part was, I was still doing the old IL back then. At some point I want to improve my own HTAs, but only after I retook any percent probably. I don't really plan on improving any percent too much. Any percent normal, but HTA and hard any percent I kinda feel like I could do cool things there. This is so slow. Honestly, I think Gukesh got it, just mental-wise. I think at this point he's probably almost as strong as Ding was at his peak. But Gukesh only needs like one win or one very good game for Ding's mental to just break, unfortunately. I would love it for it to be close. And I think if Ding can get to playoffs, he probably has the edge because he has more experience and it would give him some confidence. But I'd probably give the edge like 70% to Gukesh. But it'll be cool to watch. I really, really hope Ding recovers and makes it interesting. Because a comeback from Ding would be the best thing that happens to chess. Just because of how cool of a player he is, honestly, and his history and all that. Like, how he grew up and his rise to chess, even though he's not that competitive of a person. Which is honestly very rare, specifically in chess. Most of the top chess guys are just the epitome of ego. If you think of Kasparov or Carlsen even, you know, they have the killer instinct, and him just being so calm, collected, but still razor sharp when he was at his best. It was very, very cool to watch. And so vulnerable during his, like, championship match versus Nepomniachtchi. Like, I obviously was rooting for Nepomniachtchi, just because I also have roots in Russia and I just like him as a person. Well, recently he has dropped some weird takes concerning Kramnik and all that. So, but like, you know. But I really, you know, learned to respect Ding from that one. Oh, yeah, like, basically they couldn't prove anything, and in the lawsuit that Hans Niemann started, he got a big payout, so it was settled out of court. But we can only assume that, you know, it was very uncomfortable, and Hans probably got paid a decent amount. And Chess.com reinstated him as a player and allows him to play in their tournaments, as he did. His, like, personality is still holding him back big time, but, like, I honestly like his drive to improve, and I really hope he calms down and uses his very much, like, visible talent to actually, you know, work on himself and become a great chess player. Nakamura, okay. But that's a rough take. Unless you're being sarcastic. Because Nakamura very much has, like, a big ego. And at times when he has shown it, it was brutal to watch. But maybe I'm just not seeing the sarcasm there. I mean, some people are nice, of course. I think Caruana is one of the nicer guys. But there's still this self-confidence that you gotta have, at least. If not ego, then at least confidence. Caruana has that, and Ding very much didn't, which is surprising. Dude, my stream isn't PG, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if it's the camera, because I've got it to work at times. Probably just the lucky few pixels where it works. But yeah, this is boring. Do I still have to practice anything? Let me think about it. Let me do some like any percent phalanxes just because those are rough. Aurelian is a fair one, yeah. He seems more mature in general though, so I think Anand is probably the epitome of nice person. But even those nice people still like have a great confidence about them and their play. But I know what you mean, of course. It's just the outliers, you know. The big outliers if you think about Fischer, Carlsen, Kasparov. Carlsen to a lesser degree, but holy hell, some of them are absolute maniacs. Wesley So, yes, for sure. I think sometimes it holds him back, though. Not sure if that's a fair assessment, sorry. I don't know. I like combative chess. That's just me. When he was at his peak, he was performing very well, though. And it was cool to see. I like the tells, I don't like the, you know, the calm, collected, positional, defensive kind of styles. I'm sorry, but that one was very funny. You know, if you get asked 100,000 stupid questions, I think that is... that was like the only kind of rude moment that he did, but the questions that were asked were just so subpar and dumb. Like, I watched that match live, I think, actually, and yeah. Yeah, Madarashi is very good. Okay, I'm losing track. I need the 12 defeated save. There we go. Because, like, the question, were you thinking about all those variations in a World Championship match? Of course he was calculating, like, come on. It's just a... They say there's no dumb questions, but if anything, if not a dumb questions, it's bad journalism, you know? So, like, poorly asked interview question. And I don't know, if, like, someone like Neiman could tone down the rudeness and just actually let the chess speak for itself instead of speaking about it all that time, I think he would actually be a very... like, he is a very cool player to watch. And... you know, cheating allegations from Magnus were just very uncool, to be fair. That was a bad decision of him, with someone with that much reputation, to just throw that guy under the bus so much. Even if there's, like, a credible kind of suspicion, you gotta back it up or be silent, you know? That so much harm can be done. Also, that was perfect. I think I now, like, figured out what to do there. You just gotta make sure he stays behind the arch, like, that aggro stays behind the arch. And then it's actually working. There's also, by the way, Alan, like, there's this one little YouTube documentary on Ding that I really recommend you to watch, like, if you're a big chess enthusiast. I gotta look up what it's called. It's like by a guy who makes all sorts of videos and just what he's interested in. And, you know, that one was very cool. Okay, this might actually not work. Yep. It was too far out. Where is it? There's multiple Dingluren documentaries, but where's the one that I am talking about? I didn't realize I watched most of them. It's not this one. Oh, come on, where is it? That was such a good video. Chess history is probably one of the most like cool things ever because it goes back so much and there's so many cool characters in it. And personalities. And a lot of insane people, to be fair. Why doesn't it pop up as the first thing? Really? Wow, I can't find it. That is so sad. That same channel did also do like a bouldering documentary and something else completely unrelated. Yeah, can't find it. Shocking, honestly. It's a very cool channel. I'll look it up later and post it somewhere in the Discord or whatever. I mean, we know that you can like skip the bombs with the start and or photo mode. Surely there's a way to cancel them without using those kind of methods. Maybe the crouch specifically has a certain like invulnerability frame around it in a certain context. Maybe you could do it over and over again. But I can't really believe that there's another malice setup if you think about how unlikely the whole thing is. Maybe if you take it slower. I wonder now, actually. Let me try something. A lot of trial and error, I can only assume. Who was even the first one to do it? That's a question. It wasn't quite the same in the OG, was it? I think they had a similar... Did they? I have no idea, actually. What? I just know that Jared had a very, very cool run, but I don't remember if there was anything about it. Let me try something, just for the fun of it, if we can cheat it out with double rolls or something. Because imagine if there's a consistent straight run with a little bit of like creativity. So, okay, so it was known for a longer time. Like if you stand here, does it block? No. If you stand a little bit farther back, does it block? Because maybe if you just skip that one. Let's lab it out a little. If you crouch here, does it block? Nope. It fucks you up big time. Okay, let's get to a safe spot and think from there. Instead of going the way around it. Yeah, let's try something stupid. Just to try it, you know? Why did he double? Usually you can just run there and it's fine. There's so much open area though. And it connects directly to a thing, you know? What if you ran towards that barrier? Wait a second. Ran towards that barrier there. Malice is missing shots, man. That's what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? And then from there just wing it? With a double roll or something? That looks like it's possible. It's basically like a quicker variation of like pitless. Of a regular pitless. Okay, come on, this is possible. And then stand behind it and then cancel his shot and do the double roll and get lucky. Foxy roll doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. Unless... Oh, you mean just to manipulate the AI. Okay, surely we can make this work if he just shoots another time. Yeah, but like, you just gotta time it with the shots correctly. Aw, oh, come on. Because the regular pitless... I mean, technically you can do this and then follow up with a regular pitless, and maybe it's just a slight bit faster. Surely. Surely. Maybe I can find an easier pitless setup that way. They're just slightly bit faster. I mean, I got blocked there, but this is surely faster. This was a 30-second. Okay. How quick is the pitless that Sean did? Can you look this up? Like, everyone was so focused on the easy way around, but I think I found something. He stopped to shoot bullets there for a moment. Surely this is faster than regular pitless because you don't really stop. What is the regular IO and what is the regular pitless? Can you look this up, please? Now I wonder. Now I'm actually very interested. Okay, this went wrong. Because wasn't Sean's like a 32? Or maybe I'm misremembering. Was Anthony really that much faster? That's actually crazy. Maybe I can skip from that one to the next one directly without needing the side barrier there. That's actually very impressive, not gonna lie. Okay, why is this, like, barrier so unreliable? That is stupid. Or maybe I'm just not close enough to it. I can make this work. I mean, you're right. You're completely correct. So basically, Sean was doing... Let's just get him. Where is it? And I know the one that shall not be named, the Phalanx world record holder, had another strategy that was faster but inconsistent. Yep. Wait, this is any percent, isn't it? I want his boss rush. Where's the boss rush? Because I think I can even do faster than 30 on the, like, perfect condition. You skip that whole wait. Okay, Sean's was like 34. So I think 32 was like the other version of that. $30 is very good. Oh, fuck. I got fucking baited there. Asshole. Oh. Let's develop this. This could be a new thing, man. Bah, it would just suck if you get this during a world record attempt or whatever. Well, I just need to get it, like, consistent enough. Like, I just need to figure out the exact way to do it, and then it's not that bad, because it's, like, consistently on rails there. Okay, you have to get behind that other thing, and then probably hide behind it and do it the way Sean would usually do it. Let's try it. And I think this can be made consistent for sure. I'm just doing a very bad job at it right now for no reason. But it's not that hard in theory. You just need to get that weapon switch. Then double roll, double roll, double roll. Oh, fuck off. Oh yeah, for sure. Because this is definitely an optimization, and people would have found that ages ago. Aw. How is that so hard there? Surely it isn't. Maybe if I do another jump and then double roll into it. Kind of like with the other thing. I'll get there. Just gotta be more specific about the exact double rolls I'm doing. Okay, hide behind it and then jump double roll. Yep. Okay, like, as an alternative, what if then we just jump into the pit? No, if you're doing something like that, you wanna do all out. To be fair. Because at that point it's just a couple seconds probably. Okay. If this keeps happening and I don't find a way to fix it, it's not gonna be a good strat to use. Sad. Yep, it was very nice. 32. Still faster, right? Let's see what I can do from here. And hey, Judge. I think I just found an alternative pitless that might be a bit faster and safer than the IL version. Well, it's not faster than the IL version, but it's a faster one to potentially use in like full game runs. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, they left, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was very, very neat. Okay, this might be a bit too aggressive. Okay, what was that? That was a 30-second. Excuse me, what the fuck? What happened there? What? Was Malice okay there? I mean, post it in the Discord so we can know what you mean. Because I don't remember those. Malice just wanted to leave after seeing that speed. Okay. If done properly, this is consistent. I swear to God. This was very cool. I contributed. 30 seconds is actually very, very good, and this felt clean. Just gotta be practiced a little bit. Yeah, 6 seconds is a massive improvement, actually. Oh, come on. I fucked that one up, but... you know. Let's see what it'll give me. I'm not sure if this is NTA. Probably is. And that's like after fucking up the hand a little bit. So this is still only a 147, but you know, this could have been like a low 140s. This is cool. So can someone clip that? And post it in the Discord so PDO can give us 2 cents or whatever. And others. Just to try it out a couple times. Because this is 4 seconds faster than what Sean was doing, and that was already a couple seconds faster. So we're saving like 6 seconds here. Which is massive. Okay, I messed it up there because I didn't weapon switch, so it wasn't as clean. The question is if that slight risk of getting hit there is worth doing in actual runs. I'm sure someone can figure it out well enough for it to be consistent every time. Because this part isn't too bad. It's just this one. Oh yeah, for sure, thank you. Okay. It's a bit risky on the last double roll, so I'm not sure if people are gonna do it, but if you get it just right, it's great. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it for now, but maybe some people can improve on it, make it safer and all that. Okay, let me do a full game run. This stream started over an hour and a half ago. Yeah, maybe. Those kind of little things, you know. I'll take a look at it later. The jump double roll also, like, can be a thing in other parts of it, so it might make a difference. But that one time where it worked was simply due to the fact that Malice just wasn't shooting. It doesn't feel like, you know, I think it could be replicable to 100%. It should make it easier than other kinds of pitless and faster. Unless someone can find an IL way that is consistent, I don't know. Probably not. I think he was mentioning that he still got it a lot, but it was nowhere close to like 100%. Not sure, I think 1 and 4 was it that he mentioned. Yeah, but I mean the whole, like, initial strat is a tight timing and people get that 100% of the time, you know. And 6 seconds is relevant. 6 seconds can make a difference between boss rush, like, world records or whatever. And make them easier. Like, for NTA boss rush, this would be huge. Lost a bit of stupid time there. Just gotta find the right kind of ways to do it. Just shows that like there's still a lot of things in this game that probably people are not considering. Like the biggest example of that was the goddamn wacky jump. Like how did it take so long for anyone to find it? People are just stuck in their ways. I think we should look over every freaking like IL very closely with those kind of things in mind. Or Valp jump and all that. Oh, wow. I'm still not sure what I'm doing wrong here. I lost the way with this. I need to, like, take a look at it more closely. Because it's just stupid time loss for no reason. Oh my god! Oh, stupid guy. Stupid guy. I know I said no reset. I know. I know, but come on. Like, what the fuck? I'll try 2 full and 0.6 again. Yeah, quite literally. And I'm sure there's probably more. There's probably a way to, like, make him cancel the shots in a way that you can then skip another barrier or something with the right approach. Cycle stabs usually lead to a plant. But facing the other way might be a thing, yeah. Never quite sure there. That was better. Way better. It feels so good. Can you look at what I got, just out of curiosity? In my, like, HTA. That's actually nuts. Especially since in the straightforward run you still have to run more forward. That's actually insane. This might be huge. I have to practice it and find certain patterns and consistencies for it. At least from the ones I posted, but I think that one includes, like, the straightforward run. I probably had faster runs. NTA Malice is actually the only, like, Colossus that I still don't have a submitted IL on, just because the ones I've gotten I just don't like. And the HTA one was recorded with time. Now it's just a bit silly, but, you know. Might as well keep it in there. There we go. Was that so hard? I think delaying just slightly there also makes this happen for some reason. Yep, that's what I meant. Also, welcome to a Twitch channel, Judge. It's like you count twice as a viewer now. It usually is, I think, for whatever reason. I really gotta try and get a Malice run on board with the proper IL strat and all. Maybe gotta look at how Anthiki does it. But 2 seconds faster than Udavara is absolutely insane, actually. That's completely nuts. He really practiced that. Because when I saw Udavara do it, that felt very fast. But I guess less delays and stuff do that. Okay. The fact that there is freaking 5 seconds in that is insane. Very cool though, that there's still like so much improvement in the NTAILs even. Did he do the same on his HTA as well? The true malice one trick. I forgot to equip the bow. Okay. Wow, I messed that up big time. Now I gotta do the old strategy here. Well, okay. That'll make things easier. That's gotta give me some leeway now. Oh, nice one. This could still be under, like, stabbed on the freaking belly because the arrows. I'm not sure if I had hit enough of them. Yeah, that looks good. Oh no, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, kill him with fire. Fucking hell. The sad part is that I'm not even losing that much time considering what happened there. Oops. That's not what I was trying to do. Well, fuck it then. Well, to be fair, I didn't hit the sigil there, but in some cases it might be, yeah. I think I hit the side of the sigil, but it wasn't on it specifically. I accidentally deleted an earlier one, And then this split on guys was showing gold split, so I had to skip both of them. I basically pressed the wrong button. Stocky made me this little numpad keyboard, which I use as basically a Stream Deck. But I haven't really, like, programmed many things on it. I could be using it for a lot more, and I used to do it. It's just that, you know, all what was set up for my stream with all the cool commands and stuff, and the community stuff, all of that is gone, and I have to redo it. Nightbot never works anymore, which is sad. Which has something to do with the way Nightbot is set up, so I probably got to update something about it. Thanks, I hate everything about this. I'm not good at that strat anymore, unfortunately. Okay. It's fine. Practice runs. 23:30 is the goal, and learning, practicing Phaedra backups is not the worst thing you can do in this game, honestly, when practicing for a marathon. Like I said, for now at least, world record is secondary. That's not what I'm going for. True, but you know, I literally wanna do full runs. I wanna treat this as practice, so this is fine. Even though this probably pretty much kills record. Not even. Apparently if I just gold from this point on, I could still record. Shooting where exactly? You know what the fun part about it is? You can still go into the pit and you're probably faster. Basically, what you could do is do this pitless setup, but then still go into a pit, yeah, and that'll probably end up as fast as the old pitless. Maybe not, actually, it's probably slower. Not sure. Stop shooting on the very last one, right? Because the problem is getting to the last one was a tiny bit unreliable. I gotta take a look how to exactly take that last double roll. Because if you can get that working, it's definitely worth going for. Because if you then fail the regular pitless, you're not even losing that much time. Because you can still do a backup pitless, and then you're probably not losing time at all. If you get hit where you usually get hit on the pitless, you just jump and double roll there again. And then it would be unreliable. Then it would just be a potential 5 to 6 second time save or whatever. Instead of the 2 seconds that you usually get with, like, Sean's method. So it's even faster than, like, that other method. You know, from the Phalanx record holder. It's easy, but also hard, yes, because so much depends on the arrow shot. At least you can stab the hand for the early arrow to be viable in full game runs. I mean, it was always viable, even with the other method, but it makes it a lot easier. It only sacrifices like a second. If you mean IL, yeah, for sure, it's one of the hardest tricks. I got it maybe once in 20 times when I was going for it, and the last few times I tried, I couldn't get it to work on 60 FPS for some reason. Like at all. Okay, I'm not sure why this was ever a problem, but you just let go and don't press anything, and it just works. Well, it didn't work here because my timing was slightly off. But you know what I mean. Ah, fuck you. Avion, you suck. Fuck you, stupid bird. Everyone hates you. No, most people like you, but I personally do hate you. Whoa! Did you see that boost? Did you see that boost? That was so sick! Just jump stab. I should. Oh, I'm going insane. Fuck that shit, man. I'm so tired. Did you see that boost? Yeah, well, fuck everything. Oh my god. No reset runs, I know. No reset runs, yes, I love no reset runs. Double boost. It's like a freaking trick in Tony Hawk, you know? Hitting that guardrail, man. I will finish a full game run today, I swear. I mean, I could offer some metal. I'm just not sure what YouTube will do about it. Usually they don't do things about it, but it can get striked if I play the wrong song. Or banned to watch in France if it's Gojira. Could you imagine Gojira comes on, all the French people just can't watch my stream anymore? For YouTube videos it's not too horrible, but... yeah, that was rough. Let's do this again, but properly this time. No resets. No resets. Oh, that's even worse, yeah. I'm always scared. On Twitch I don't care. I'm not monetized there on purpose. because I just want to be chill about it. And I hate... I mean, with the ads now, I wouldn't even consider it. Unless all of a sudden I became super famous and had 2,000 viewers. Then I would probably consider it, but yeah. Yeah, on Twitch it's not bad at all. It doesn't get saved in like VODs, and during streams it doesn't matter whatsoever. But on YouTube it's such a problem. Oh, you don't even have to make a dual channel. In OBS there's an option for dual track. But I mean, I also realize that some people don't like the metal music. I'm sorry, that was, you know, that was just habit. Okay, I promise this will be no reset, okay? I don't promise on anything, but I just promise, okay? Trust me, bro. This one for sure. Which URLs are based? So yeah, by the way, excuse me, sir. Thank you. I'm not resetting. The urge to reset is very high, but I'm not resetting. What? Bro! Just do the... What the fuck was that? Just... Okay. Fine. You know what? I gotta look at it this way. If this is the only thing that goes wrong in the run, this is still a massive record, and it's kind of funny, so let's just keep going. And also I'm doing this for practice. The reason I'm doing it is because there will be a very, very cool relay run in really Longathon. On the 10th of December, Sable, Hayauki and I will basically do a relay live on really Longathon. And it has a good chance to record because all of those people, even including me, are good at their games. Which was also the case earlier, but the current record had issues. Mostly on my end. With the run just being slow. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm honestly fine with that. Because I'm not expecting anything. As long as I'm sub... If I'm sub 2330 RTA, I'm good. It equals about a sub 1 hour IGT. And that would be amazing for a full game run, and that would also beat Sean's RTA that he got during his relay. And that's like a secondary goal of mine. Because getting a record, honestly, with Hayauki on the team and Sable should be almost a given. But yeah. I will probably go into world record any percent mode later. But I have time. This is fine. If it's the only thing that goes wrong, I'm still on a good pace run rate. Let's make the ultimate reverse sweep happen, man. I mean, you know, PDO lost like over a minute on the last few, on Argus and Zenobia. Why is a 30-second Valis time loss any worse? I mean, because it's freaking dumb to get one, but... you know. Only time loss of the run, yes. It will be a masterpiece. It will be a true show of resilience. Never ever have I gotten a record on a reverse sweep like that. Boing. Boing. God, I'm going insane. The last 2 days I was literally turning into full freaking... I don't even know. I've been eating like trash, not working out and all of that because of the exams. The only thing I did was wake up, study, watch a couple YouTube videos in the evening and sleep. And then on the last 2 days, on Wednesday and Thursdays when the exams were, the exams are standardized centrally, like, basically I had to go to Munich for those. And I was driving with other people. The exams started at 8:30 AM. And for there to be enough leeway to not miss by accident, because the highway situation towards Munich can be a hit or miss. Basically, I had to wake up at 5 AM. So we could start driving there at like 6:30 to be there at like 7:30 and still have enough leeway in case things go wrong, because I ideally want to be there half an hour earlier, at least. But yeah, the exams themselves went well, I think. I passed, so... I won't find out until January, but that'll be fun. Getting the qualifications and the economics. Because I didn't study this. Yeah. Great stuff. And the coolest thing about it is, now that I'm done with that part, I might do another one of those qualifications starting March. But before that, I used to have like classes for 2 years every Friday evening and Tuesday evening. And especially the Friday evening ones hurt badly. It was always like between 6 and 9 PM. Not having those, it's so good. It's so amazing. That will literally, like... I can use those time slots to be productive. You know, I can go on a workout and do an evening stream and stuff. Yes and no. Because honestly, with all the strats being out there, when Gooperman rejoined for a moment, he almost got a sub 15 run. And I think he could have with just a little bit more practice. It's just about the, you know, the motivation to actually do it, which most of them, well, for good reasons lack, because they feel like they achieved what they want in this game, so there's no reason to come back for them. It's like a very personal thing. But I think if Foxy or Goop rejoined and really were motivated to do things with this game, they definitely could. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, I think this is good enough. I can do it this way. Okay, this is kind of scuffed, but I think this can still work. Oh, fuck yeah! Okay, and I think I fixed the positioning there even. Whew! Boy! Oh, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you and all you stand for, you stupid fuck. How did the arrows not... How are the arrows not enough, man? Okay, this is so sus. Just to do a slash. I mean, it's the next logical step, and I think the jump step itself isn't even that bad, honestly. It's just... You know, I said that many times. I basically almost retired when the Gaius thing became a thing, but I still pulled through. I will never truly retire from this game until my hands stop working or whatever. At least I feel like it now, after like... It's been almost 7 years, man. And the next Wader game will be fun. I won't, JK! This is a full game run because I'm practicing for a relay. Yeah, Wonder is faster in the newer games, which allows for some strats. Like, the way we do Malice would never work on the OG, for example, with those double rolls and stuff. Or just with Whistle, even. Yeah, even if I get less active and have periods where I play this game less, like for Pokemon, I will definitely play other games, other speedruns. I don't know, if I ever get a family or whatever, it might also make this less of a priority, but I'll hang around, you know. I already shown the longest longevity with this. Man, I miss some of the old guys though. Goop is an absolute, like, not only legend of the game, just a cool overall human being, I guess. A treasure to a community. There we go. Was this so hard? You know, one thing about Shadow of the Colossus 2025 though. Like last time it was a big anniversary, GDQ did something with all the players and parts of a community, and I didn't even know about it until it actually happened, which made me very, very sad. Very, very sad. Please, if they do something like that. I don't have to run, I don't even have to commentate, but I at least want to know about it, you know? I want to help organize it. I'll be quite honest, that one hurt me when it happened like that. And it's not... Nah, whatever. It's fine. It would be cool to see you, Judge, honestly. I definitely also want to do a community event for the anniversary. Maybe we could get a relay race for once organized. That would be so freaking sick. Like, I already had like crazy ideas, but it will probably not happen. But imagine for a second Team Americas versus Team Europe versus Team Japan in a relay race of the Tricofecta. Imagine just for a second how sick that would be. It probably won't happen because it's difficult to get the Japanese guys. But imagine for a second. Imagine, like, I don't know, PDO on Shadow of the Colossus. Who could run Eco? I guess Sancho could run PS2 Eco. And then Sable on Last Guardian. Then... the Dream Team, freaking JK on Eco, I on Shadow, and then bring Usurpering back, please. Or Walter if you wanted to be very crazy competitive with everyone in there. And then Team Japan with like Hayao, Odawara, and what was the Japanese Last Guardian? Satsu. Imagine for a second a relay race like that. Like, man, if I had $1 million, I'd throw money at it for it to happen, I swear. Yeah, that would be the Germany team, but yeah, I mean, I'm in contact with Brand-New, but I don't think he will come back to running the game, I'll be quite honest. But that would be Team Germany. Or Mars. But none of them can run like PS2 Eco. Oh wait, I have to skip this. What am I doing? Help. Don't worry, I'll accelerate soon. Yeah. But yeah, maybe if we can just get the Americas versus Europe portion of it. JK, I'm sure you'd be in, right? You just, well, you'd have to stream the PS2 Eco. I'd freaking buy you a PS2 if that was the issue. Because I know you had some trouble with that. Yeah, I mean, if like project were ever... Okay, fine. I messed that up. That's on me. Because the camera fucked me up. Wow, you can stab this. Did you see that? That's sick. I mean, even if you just want to help commentate any of the events, like, gladly, Judge. You're definitely one of the legends of this game. I mean, 18 seconds with a brain fart on the cutscene and the fact I messed up the wing drop, that's honestly fine. I gotta take a closer look though to make sure like I don't mess up the camera there, because that was all the camera work, which is kinda stupid to mess up on. Yeah, you just have to do quick starts and stops. Otherwise it automatically slows down. And you gotta be careful, because if you do those quick starts near a grass patch, aggro will just absolutely lose her shit and, you know, malfunction. Of course, never stopped. I mean, recently I've been less active with it, but going for 7 years soon. No, that one actually works on this without any limitation. That's the funny part. Aggro just doesn't care like in OG. In OG it's completely stopping. Here it doesn't matter. It's weird. Yep. Well, I did a platinum speedrun, and I completed everything that you'd need for 100%, but I never did. What? Okay. Why did this do nothing? Did I mistime it so badly? That's so stupid. Not quite sure what happened there, but sure. Fuck you and your stupid back. Yeah, the backup was pretty good. Oh, Shadow for Colossus is always like... How am I... What the fuck? Okay, maybe I skipped to the completely wrong place. And I saved time on the cutscene. Okay, sure, why not? I mean, besides the fact that I messed up the cutscene warp, this was still a good barber overall. And I mean, the back jump step is just the icing on top, I guess. Yeah, well, that's just the knowledge advantage, isn't it? I mean, sure, I'll take it. Why not? I'm just... like... Did I skip it too late or way too early? Because usually you still warp somewhere even if you mess up the warp. But it did nothing there. Which confuses me a lot. I never got this in an actual IL, right? That's a funny part. I should try again. In the remake it's a bit easier because there's a dot and a line in the same space. So it has a pretty clear, like, visual indication. Oh, I mean... The only thing is that on the back I had to, like, adjust and go back up, you know. So that lost a couple seconds. Maybe it was like a 32 or 33. I've had that better barbers than the ones on the leaderboard, to be fair. I think even my boss rush world record barber is better than the one on the IL leaderboard. Which is kind of funny. I definitely had a 33 before, I'm not sure if I had a 32 or lower. Maybe I'll try some Barbiels later. For some, PDO had a very, very distinct opinion about our Kuro routing, and he also improved the Basran routing, but never fully in detail. You just gotta be very much on the side of the sigil. Yeah, same with Zenobia. Zenobia has a more direct path, which, like, you can do with quick starts and quick stops, like Madarashi did it. But when I compared, it was slower than what we do currently. But there could probably be some time saves though. No, even worse, it's pretty much guaranteed that there's still time losses on the routing. Because nobody really took a deep dive on all of them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fuck you, stupid fish. You're about to get deleted. Look at your stupid face. And your stupid sigil and horn and electricity. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if some of that is also the route towards it, actually. Like, definitely it's about the aggro turn you take towards Malice, and probably quicker climbing on the leaves. I mean, if you all wanna go in depth on that, I usually don't like. But what could happen is probably that I will... You know what would be the most efficient way? Take like the top 5 leaderboard times or so. Look at everyone's like splits for the routing. And then take the best versions of those and look if there's any mistakes. Combine those and see how much time save there is compared to world record or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Make it like a freaking Google Doc. Yeah, I remember there's like tales about the fact that Storm actually is the world record holder with a 126 in the OG, right? And honestly, I can believe it. With like Nero Taco's run is clean considering it's PS3. Oh, that would be sick. Yeah, something crazy like that. And I mean, you know, JK, considering we're doing a 120s on a console that technically loads slower, I'm sure we could do like a 123 in the OG. Or 24, 25 or whatever. But the OG is just so weird. But I will go for it. I kind of want to get the record, and I think it's doable. For sure. The fact that I'm still within a minute is actually kinda crazy. You know what we were actually trying with Stocky? Unfortunately it failed because so many of those PS3s are broken. You can't really find a cheap one. But they had like those PS3s with PS2 hardware in it for retro compatibility. And that could actually be the best way to record eco runs, and it might actually load faster. We'd have to test. There's also later ones which is still official hardware but emulator. Kind of emulating the things. So it would be interesting like what the stance on those would be. Oh, that would be some cool documentation, honestly. If you can find those or ask. That would be sick. Oh, come on. What is this bullshit? I had so much trouble there. Yeah, surely they have it in like other speed games, and there's no reason not to allow the use of it unless it was wildly inaccurate. So... that would actually be a huge advantage. You might have to split the leaderboard depending on how bad it is. Watch PDO arrive somewhere out of nowhere and say, "Your Kuro is trash, huh?" And then leave again. That's what PDO always does in these streams, and I know this split wasn't great. Yeah, I think so too. I need to take a closer look at it. Yeah, actually, I heard about the 2 judge with a controller. I actually have one of those fake later controllers and one regular one. They have like a different logo on them, right? Because they were manufactured from somewhere else or something. The PS3 controller is honestly the worst one of them all. I'll be quite honest, I absolutely hate it. It feels like a toy. Like some plastic China bullshit. And it hurts my hands whenever I play PS3. That's amazing. I love it. But yeah, Judge, since you asked, here is a little, like, improvement that PDO found. I always used to run forward and then right, but just running around all of this is faster. Which seems a bit counterintuitive, but it makes sense. It's similar with Malice. On Malice you can run forward and then turn right or turn right immediately. And turning right immediately when I tested it was just slightly faster. Just very slightly. Barely a difference, but it was faster. Though there might be some variance in it. Yeah, it definitely is slower. I think that one was definitely tested. Also cool new setup. I think PDO found this one. Or JK, I actually can't remember. They just wait for the cutscene. And then skip, and all of a sudden it's just, you know, IGT optimization. Okay. I messed this up badly, but it's... Could you take a hold of yourself? God damn. You're really the worst, Wander. Sometimes you are. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, now you're planted. Now it's too late, you idiot, because he's doing that other animation again. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's take it. Oh, it was a fake plant all along. Yes. Love when that happens. Ah, my goodness gracious. Give me a break. What the hell, man? I've suffered enough, don't you think? Okay, this is probably the worst Bassaran in quite a while. No, he doesn't, but that was even bad considering that. My god. Yeah, I mean, I use the DualSense on PC sometimes. I also have an Xbox Series X, so I could use that controller. I like the DualSense more, but the Xbox One isn't too bad either, honestly. I gotta buy a second DualSense, even if just to use it for my Steam Deck. Well, yeah, just use the D-pad. It's just that the D-pad is top left. You know, I mean bottom left, rather. It's actually almost more intuitive. Okay, never mind, I'll shut up. I'm surrounded by PlayStation gamers. That's controversial opinions. It doesn't feel too bad. I mean, I had an Xbox 360 before I had a PS3, and I liked the Xbox 360 controller way more than the PS3 one, that's for sure. I used to use my Xbox 360 controller on my PC for the longest time. It was honestly goated in some kind of reason, even though the DualSense is still way better, of course. Using a claw grip usually just ruins my hands. I don't know, whenever I tried it, it didn't feel great. I mean, I literally use the middle of my thumb to, like, spam the X button right now. Apparently it's weird to some people. That's the way I... Wait. That's the way I hold the controller. The only time I switch position is for like Zenobia. I think I made a video on it where I tap it from the top. I mean, I could reintroduce hand cam to these streams at some point. We just need to find some space in the layout. That's so weird. I mean, I get it, because pressing down on the D-pad is just the worst. But I get it. Oh wait, so you said left side? And then as soon as it appears, let me try that. Because that would actually be faster. Is that the right column? I think I got lost. I got lost so badly. Okay. Yeah. It's so weird doing it from the other side, man. I'll take a look at it later. This isn't, you know, this felt like, yeah, I like casual gameplay as well. Just finishing runs with no pressure, man. Just for the love of the game. Yeah. This is a casual playthrough if you didn't know. Yeah, Dirge is a good one. I rate it highly. I mean, for casual strats, this was a pretty good Dirge. Even got the one cycle by accident. Yeah, no, I realize how stupid that is now, but my orientation is terrible. Even in real life. I sometimes get lost in the city I live in. Without Google Maps, I'd still be lost somewhere in the woods, man. Oh, but yeah, of course it's on the right, because, yeah. In my very first speedrun, I got lost in the forest so badly. And then I couldn't find phalanx for the life of me. I had a map open. I know, right? I'm a natural. Yep, that also happened. The worst one that happened to me once is I was so worried about Pelagia that I skipped Celosia, went all the way to Pelagia's Island, swam over there and realized nothing happened. That was the worst. That was definitely the worst one. Because it's such a long way, and when you're in the middle of nowhere, you can't even back that shit up, you're just done. It's just, you're just gone, man. Yeah, it was still world record by half an hour. Gotta give me props. I mean, you also helped with the route, which was a big help. So I could afford those time losses, but man. I gotta run Platinum again. Maybe I'll do it for Christmas or near New Year's. I think it'd take me like a day to relearn the route, and that'd be fine. And then I could get a good run from there. I'm getting the hang of jumping off aggro for this. This is good. Just a little bit of time save. Yeah, you need one less fruit. So the one right at the start can be skipped. I also realized it's kinda stupid to do all those tricks right at the start. You gotta ideally do them whenever you can do them while doing other things. Oh yeah, fuck you. There's quite a few improvements. I can probably shave down quite a bit of more time. Especially since, like, some of that HTA portion was also freaking terrible, I'll be honest. Oh, fuck you. Man! Just casual speedruns on a casual first day, man. Nothing to see here, just casual gameplay. Playing the game because it's so fun. I love this game, it's a childhood favorite. Ugh. This is a lie, I never played this game as a child. The first time I played this game was in 2018. I'm a fraud. Yeah, it's gotta be revived, man. I still suffer daily. someone still has to do the PS3 Platinum speedrun. Oh. JK, didn't we have like an agreement? If you route it for me, I run it at some point. We should do that. If you route it for me, I'll learn it and I'll do it. I'm at that point. It's fine, I'll do it. Yeah, exactly. That's why we gotta divide up the freaking, you know, responsibility here. It's PS3. You're gonna do a whole ass hard mode run in there. No. By the fact of me doing it, and it will be terrible. Let's be honest here, it will be utter trash. People will physically cringe, but it will exist, you know? And that's what it's worth, you know? That was a 40-second time loss, man. Celosia has been rough. You gotta name them individually to pay respect. But I like that you remember the Jerry meme. Or did Sable call him Jerry? Was it Wacky or Sable? I don't even remember. Someone called him Jerry. Or maybe I just called him Jerry. Where did this meme come from? I don't even remember, man. Oh, for sure. The more the merrier. Jerry's brother is Harry. And someone should be named Rufus. And some other guy should be named like some very formal, like Lord Albert II of his name. We could name them after like the brothers from what's it called with that show? From DuckTales, because they have different names in different languages. I don't even know what they're called in English, but in German they are Tick, Trick and Truck, I think, if I'm not wrong. And they're like something completely different in every freaking language for some reason. It's silly. Tick, Trick and Truck, I think, yeah. We could also name some after the speedrunners. Like, everyone gets to choose one. Not sure what I did there, but I saved it. Did a kind of OG execution there for some reason. Honestly, saving that was so clutch. Adjusting that jump there was freaking horrible. I hated every part of it. Oh, that was so heavily understabbed. This is so bad. How did I understab it by so much? This wasn't even close. This was terrible. Jeez. I can feel the rust so badly. Why am I even doing a quick stab on that one? This is so horrible. Help. Well, I gotta try something. I was ready to slash it, but the problem was that... you know, Udavaro once had the Pelagia record, which included a slash, and that was freaking insane. Like, obviously it has been beaten very badly now, because there is, like, the underwater strat and all that. But at the time, the balls you gotta have to, like, go for the record and then add a slash to Pelagia, like... It's insane. That guy is something else. Oh, we have many of those. Pablo. Like Julio. Freaking... I don't know more Spanish names off the top of my head. That is so bad. Jaime is one, yeah. That's Stocky's name. Carlos is a good one. I like Carlos. Oh my god! I tried to slash it and failed so miserably, it hurts. It hurts so badly. Save me from my misery, man. I want to reset so badly. Okay. One thing is for sure. I gotta practice Pelagia a lot before this marathon. Because this is not the first time I mess it up. And this is one I should never mess up. It's honestly, how should I put it? It's embarrassing. Especially when I got the lineup and still messed up so badly. This is embarrassing. I should know better. Yeah, slashed it. I slashed it so bad. Help, I'm suffering. Oh. My god. Yeah, probably. I tried to be too fancy. It deserved nothing better. Pelagia... You know, on NTA Pelagia it's always your fault when it goes very wrong like that, but you still gotta hate that guy. It's objectively the worst Colossus. I mean, to be fair, casually, even though it's slow and painful and horrible and you hate it, but the puzzle is kinda cool. I gotta give it that. But boy, it's like... ugh. I mean, you know, to be fair, on top of that, it's not that bad. Like, in the remake on PS4, it's very, very easy to do. Once you know what you're looking for. But on PS3, it's stupid. On PS3, you can just shake out of it. There's, like, I know, very precise setups where you can get it to work most of the time. But the PS3 Pelagia doesn't fuck around. It will hurt you. Like, it will ruin you. I think JK was at a point where he had a setup that worked every time, but I couldn't replicate it. I had a different one that worked most of the time, but still felt random. Yeah, well, but that's 60 FPS, isn't it now? That's cheating. And 60 FPS PS3 emulator, I won't allow it. Like, I don't know. Maybe as a C if you want to get really fucky. But not on the main board. Yeah, it's funny how Plush in his, like, 40-minute boss rush, which is legendary still, even though it got surpassed very badly. I think he just jumped off and accepted the fate, right? Was it during that run? At least that's what he usually did. He just did a stab and then jumped off and did like 3 stabs in a row. Which is crazy, but it makes sense, I guess. Okay, hopefully I can make this work. This would make me happy. Just a gold split here after all the practice I went through. This positioning looks good. Yeah, that checks out. Of course you would turn right this time. Sure, Mr. Phalanx. But one time I get your stupid setup right, you turn right. Come on, give me that one at least. Ugh. Yeah, I also recently learned that apparently there was a 3D version of this game. When 3D TVs tried to be all the hype until people realized it's kinda a stupid gimmick. It's actually kinda crazy what kind of technology became a thing and what didn't. Did you all remember the 3DS, right? Honestly, I kind of ignored it. I had a 2DS for a while. But when I modded a 3DS XL, a new 3DS XL, because I want to speedrun things with it, and I still will at some point, the 3D function was kinda cool, but still a gimmick. Man, my best memories are still the old Nintendo consoles. My best childhood memories. Like, specifically, my first playthrough of, like... First of all, it was Silver on the Game Boy Color. That had a very influential moment on me. Then it was Pokemon Sapphire on the GBA. When I played that for the first time, that was fucking sick. And my first DS game was actually Explorers. What was Blue Rescue Team. Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, if you've never played it, it's such an underrated game. It's so good. So good, like... Explorers, I mean, I only ever played Off Time, but Explorers of Sky is basically a better version of it. If you never did, play Explorers of Sky, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon right now. I mean, yeah. 3D feels underwhelming in general, but what are you gonna expect, right? 3D cinema also seems to be like... I don't know, the last like... few times I've been to a cinema, it's never been 3D, and that used to be the standard. Maybe people are tired of it and less movies get made of it. Or maybe it was just very specific movies I watched that didn't have it. I remember the first Avatar was sick. On 3D cinema screens, and it was like revolutionary. And it's still cool to have, but like... eh. I mean, you know, it's different when you played Pokemon in your childhood. It becomes an obsession. Core memory kind of thing. But those are still very good games. And Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is quite a bit different. I definitely recommend Mystery Dungeon Explorer of Sky still. Yeah, the movies that actually try, like the Avatar, that was the last one I remember watching in 3D. The second Avatar. That one was still very, very cool. But they did do it on purpose, they actually put effort into it. Most other movies are like, yeah, here, sure, have 3D, I guess. Well, I completely skipped over Final Fantasy, so that's fair. I still never played a Final Fantasy game. I know Foxy is very, very big on that. He even speedran, like, some of them. Even though they are long-ass games, like, boy oh boy. The patience you gotta have to speedrun 10-hour games over and over again is insane. And most of those are cutscenes. Like, there is a cutscene remover mod and the speedrun becomes like 3 hours or something. Which is still hella long. And I think what usually people do is they practice with the cutscene remover mod, run it with that, and then eventually still do a full cutscene runs. I guess maybe it's just the pure way to play it. I might be wrong, I don't know. The sound glitch never leaves, it's always with you. Okay, the last 2 times I did Zenobia in any percent, I fucked it up very, very gloriously. So this time I'll take it safe and sound. Surely nothing will go wrong if I take it safe and sound, right? It will be amazing and easy and beautiful and the best Zenobia you will ever see. Nothing will come close to the perfection you're about to witness. Oh, come on, why didn't you grab, you asshat? Thank you. Yeah, that wasn't great, I'll be honest. I failed y'all. Sure, whatever you say. I think I failed the... Oh no, I didn't. That looked kinda sus, but I'll take it. Where the fuck you at? Get your ass moving. Boy! Over here! Yeah, it doesn't go away once you get it. And I got it right at the start when I did an IL for practice. You gotta actually completely restart the game, like close the application for it to go away. I'm immune to it, I don't care, but it bothers people. Literally the first thing I did was enable sound glitch. Just for the ambience, you know. So the voices in my head don't talk to me as loudly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to avoid, I guess. Yeah, well, suffer. Has anyone ever tried to remove the sound and see if, like, if it gets rid of the sound glitch? Like, what does even count as background noise? As ambience? Is it the Colossus? Is it part of the freaking ether? Outside this reality? The sound glitch is what makes up space and time in this game, honestly. It's the reason the Forbidden Lands even exist. Yeah, sure. Once I start running ILs after this run is finished, I'll disable it again. Why didn't he ever tell us? If it's just faster. Why didn't he do it? If it's just faster. I'm confused. Yeah, I'm sure that's what hell sounds like. Non-stop sound glitch at full volume. Do you all remember? Okay, someone make a meme for me, please. Like, do you remember that, I'm not sure if it was an ad or some, like, freaking game show or whatever, where some guy presses a button and they all hold their ears, and he has like this smile of pure sadism. You probably know which meme I mean. That with sound glitch. Oh, I should probably switch the... I still improved. I did a thing. Nothing is named after me. If it becomes a thing called the tic-tac route or something. I don't know. The tic-tac route, because you get tic-tacked a lot there, right at the last corner. I don't know. It's probably that my name doesn't really go well with the sound of things. The only thing I actually found that, well, besides a few smaller things, is the hand first barba on the HTA. Okay. Can't really go for YL strat here just because it's like so awkward here. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that would actually save time if you could ride aggro towards Argus. What did I do to lose time on this? Oh, the menuing probably? No, it can't be that much. Did I do a yell strat in PB? That could be it. Well, I saw it happen randomly to people after a long while passed and aggro just arrived in the arena. Iguchios experimented with it. Should I try to replicate the strat? Just for fun. Why not? I had some kind of thought, but I forgot what I wanted to say. Wait, my heart rate is so goddamn low right now. I'm probably way more exhausted than I think I am. 54 is wild. And as I realize that this goes, well, not even above 60. I mean, I had little sleep and the exam exhausted me beyond belief. For a tired run, this isn't too bad, honestly. 39 is wild. I remember like some moments where I was recording it during world record level runs and it went to like 150 plus. Are you all ready for aggro to do the big dive? A big scuba dive expedition. I think Iguchi has like a little written guide out there for IMG. You can look it up in the like beginner help section somewhere probably, if it's added. If you're talking about IMG. Oh. Wow, that sucks. I always wonder if jumping upon that platform is worth it or if just climbing immediately is better. I'm so bad at this part of like run, I probably lose a lot of time here every time for no reason. But hope you're all ready. I will try the thing and if I fail it will be very awkward. But I will do it. The worst part about it is if you fail, you literally are forced to do intended malice, that last awkward part of it. Let me try. Oh, that was very bad, but I think it might have messed up the whole thing now. No, it's okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure, okay. Okay, bro! Chill the fuck out! Okay, I got it. Never doing the strat again. Fine. My god. Let's just chill the fuck out and go into the pit, thank you. Yeah, no worries, JK. I won't stream for much longer. Maybe a little bit of IELs, but cool of you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely like a very high risk strat. But 5 seconds is a decent chunk of time safe. Like 6 seconds is a lot. But it all depends if it's like it can be made consistent enough so you don't fuck the whole thing up if it goes wrong. So far so bad, but yeah, at least it's a run. I did a run today, that's cool. It wasn't a great run. But honestly it was just Pelagia. If a Pelagia went well, this would have been an okay run. Within the expectation of what I wanted. So just got to practice Pelagia a bit. So, are you ready to see, like, Dormant Float? You get the sneak peek for, look, for Dormant's feet. Do you see that shit? That's exclusive content. He's levitating. And he also vapes. Woo! On 60 FPS you literally just press forward, and if you do it first frame when the cutscene ends it happens. You just can't press any jump or anything like that. On 30 FPS it's also possible, but what I do is hold both like sticks and do left, right, left, right, left, right at the start, and that'll do it. On 30. I think you can make him levitate a bit if you keep doing that as well. All the way up. Yeah, I was literally floating. That's a little bug you can do. It might even be faster to do it that way. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sure, let's wait for IGT. I'm a bit curious. It might be like a 103 or 104 or something. Or 105. Someone submitted a malice. Oh, Brazilian runner submitted a malice. I should verify that. Yeah, actually, Mauricio is the most recent one. He even got some records. He currently holds the NTA Boss Rush. I mean, not that recently, but he did some runs, and I think he's still doing runs sometimes. Otherwise, there's like our Brazilians that submit times from time to time. Let me look at the last few submitted runs. Yeah, Mauricio did very well, considering he didn't play the game for that long initially. I kind of want to beat some of his records. I think Boss Rush and any percent both would be very doable, which is kind of cool. Okay, where is the leaderboard? Wait, I have to click here, I think. So the last few runners that submitted 12 days ago by Aurora Abyss. It's a new runner. And other than that, there was an any percent by Nazareno. Yeah, Nazareno is like a guy from Italy. He did eco runs and recently did like PS2 and PS3 runs. That's right. And Guruki did some runs, who is a very good PS2 runner from Japan. Yeah, the problem is I basically have to relearn the game and develop a different muscle memory, which sometimes messes with the other game, specifically with some of the strats. But I got to a point where I at least can do, like, I can do Argus launch from the belt, or even the foot, the knee. I can do some other strats as well. I managed to actually replicate the Hydra skip directly the same way as I do it in this game. It still works. Dude, have you seen the co-op world record? It's so good. Gorster and Vexel really did some crazy stuff there, and Gorster later on even got the any percent PS3 record for Eco. It's very, very good stuff. Some very creative things happened there. Yeah, and Gorster and Vexel, they had some insane stuff in there. Because I also submitted with brand new. Our run was basically a rusty any percent run. Sancho also did one, but Gorster and Vexel really went all out and still had a minute to save there. But yeah, it's very entertaining to watch. A very cool thing. And Gorster is just very good mechanically in that game. Outstanding player. Well, I guess I got a Barba gold out of this, so that's worth something. Yeah, I bet. Eco co-op speedruns are very cool, it's just hard to get other people to run with. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, remember that Yorda can also pick up things and stuff. One of the things that Gorster and Vexel used was making Yorda jump to things where she usually wouldn't. Like, for example, in one of the arenas, there's this plate where you have to make Yorda get to. And usually you do that by dropping her there and then picking her back up. But if you go onto a ledge and jump, Yorda directly lands on it, which saves a ton of time. Which was insane to see. It's very creative stuff that they did. And there's a lot of stuff all over the run like that. Or in general, just, you know, going ham on freaking puzzles while Yorda just runs away and dodges Shadow all over the place. Because you can play a lot more aggressively when Yorda isn't dumb. It's honestly a very cool run. Very, very cool. Even just the any percent PS3. Or the PS2 is a bit wonky because the glitches are hard to execute. But the PS3 one is just very nice. Oh, the first like quarterfinal is going on right now for for the Pokemon speedrun tournament. I gotta watch that. I don't think you can, because you have to. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I never thought about that. I don't think anything would happen. It would make sense. You can't jump away from Yorda while holding her hand. You know that would be so sick. But I don't think that works. Otherwise they would have already done it in the speedrun. Though you basically ditch Yorda most of the speedrun. The 50Hz speedrun is wild. I mean, I gotta set up my PS2 and just go for it. Thanks, Leo. I appreciate it. You know how exhausted I am? I've had 2 4-hour exams the last 2 days where I had to wake up at 5 AM to get to them in a completely different city, an hour drive away. I did a full run, but it was a derust run. Yeah, I think I easily pass. The others weren't so sure, but I'm like, come on dude, I fucking nailed it. Which means I will have a lot more free time until at least March or February, when there will still be like another exam, but that one is way less effort. Because it will be like, you know, I have to do a presentation and answer a couple questions, which is more like, you know, if you arrive there and don't make a fool out of yourself, you pass pretty much. Yeah, it's very good. That Sancho video you definitely gotta watch. It's very, very good. I'm also in there. I'm part of the history. A big part of it is me failing. It's kind of funny. But Sancho's very good at writing stories, and that video was very well done. Leo, if you wanna learn about eco speedruns, definitely watch the Eco Speedrun History by Sancho Panda. It's very good. The Last Guardian still needs one, because Shadow of the Colossus has one by Speed Dogs, which is a very cool video. And yeah, we still need one for The Last Guardian. Sable would be super down to help probably if someone set that up, but it's just so much work. I once considered doing some actual content about Shadow of the Colossus speedrunning, but I'm just not made out for those clean, video edited, you know, scripted kind of things. But yeah, probably once I see the IGT, that'll be it for the day. But I will come back on the weekend probably at least once. I wanna stream more often. This is so fun. I enjoy it. Oh yeah, I remember those were very good. But Pray for a God's like speedrun community just died overnight and so heavily, right? It was a fun game to speedrun. I never felt the motivation to go harder on it though. Yeah, I might actually derust that one at some point, because I never actually got a good run out of it. I got an okay one. It's just that I never beat my nemesis tactic. He's literally the anti-tic tac. And I never beat him. You know. There's things to be done there still. It's still not a done deal, man. Yeah, he had a very good handling of the grapple hook. And also the game didn't, like... They added a lot of stuff and changed things around, right? 103.28 is good, I'll take it. Oh yeah, for sure, I remember it now. Uzu did a whole guide. That was very cool. She even invited Tactic onto that. Yeah, there was so much Pray for the Gods stuff. Holy shit. It's funny that when they did that thing for GDQ, they asked Ruby to do it. Even though I'm like the guide guy who has all the guides out about the game. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, actually, let me see. I think I'll just raid over to Red Race TV. If you all wanna watch some Pokemon speedrunning right now, there's like quarterfinals going on with some sick people. So, like, let me actually rate that. Show those guys some love. Did this work? Are we raiding? Can someone confirm or deny that we are raiding? Did this work? This didn't work at all, did it? Dude, I'm also a boomer sometimes. It doesn't do anything right now, right? Okay, let me try this again. But properly this time. Red Race TV. Maybe you can do the raid. Do you have moderation power on my channel? I don't. Ah, fuck. Wait. Yeah, I think now we're raiding. Now we're raiding, boys. So show them some love. It's a cool tournament going on. Yep, let's do this. Good. Have fun.